He always does it before I'm ready. Right, hi. I'm coming on to do a very quick card because I've got all the stuff out on my desk, so I might as well make another one because I got to make for my father-in-law and my dad for Father's Day. So, like I said, while I've got all the bits on my desk, I'm just going to get started and get rolling. So hopefully I'm coming through okay. Hi Vicky, lovely to see you. Thank you for popping on. If you want a sneak peek of the card I'm going to work on, it's going to look exactly like this, but maybe just a tiny change. So, excuse me. It's a good start, isn't it? Let me just show the chat. Here's my messy kind of playing around earlier. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of playing to finalise a card, a technique, a look of a card, and it can take some figuring out why or how it doesn't work. Hi Claire, lovely to have you joining as well. So I'm just going to get started. I'm actually working this afternoon, which I don't normally do, so I am kind of rushing to get things prepared and organised this morning so I can head off to work later, and then I've got a class at church tonight as well. So busy, busy, busy. But like I said, while my desk was covered in stuff, I thought I might as well get this second card done and come and show you at the same time. So I'm using just literally a torn piece of paper and a blending brush to create some shapes on my card, which is to emulate clouds. So that's what we're going for. I'm going to bring in the die cutting machine. And I'm using, what am I using? What are they called? From the Nested Essentials dies, these lovely set of banner dies here. And because I like the idea of the continuity, I'm going to use the dies next to each other to cut out my shapes so that when you cut them all out, all the clouds kind of link together. Now I've lost my other plate. What have I done with it? Oh, here it is. I'm kind of stacking everything together so everything's kind of getting a bit muddled. There we go. So let's cut these out. So this is the largest one first, followed by not the second one, but the one, the shape, second smallest shape. Does that make sense? So there's a shape that's smaller than this one, but I'm skipping a size. Oh, where's he gone now? I keep losing everything. Where's it gone? It was just here a minute ago. Let's put those out the way. Has anybody seen it? I just had it. It wasn't that one. Oh, so much for getting this done quickly. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's something else. Oh, well, we're going to spend the time looking for my die now, aren't we? That's frustrating. Has anyone seen it? I find the best way to find things is to tidy up. I thought I had it just here. Where's it gone? There it is, found it. Why didn't you tell me it was there? Okay, where were we? Right, back into action. Right, so we're cutting next to it so that, like I said, you've got that continuity. Now, you could put them all in at once, but one, my card is a little bit bendy, and two, it just helps with precision. If you do them one at a time. Lovely to see you girls on here. I don't know if you missed my introduction. I just said I'm going to be as quick as I can because I am working this afternoon and trying to get prepped for a class at church tonight. I've got my washing on, which I need to hang out. And I've got these Father's Day cards I need to make. So there we go. So 3 of those, 3 banners. I'm going to stick them in there for the minute to avoid losing them. And we're going to need this piece of paper probably later, so don't chuck that away just yet. Okay. Then we are going to do some stamping on here. I'm just using the blending brush to add a bit more colour around the edges of each of these banner shapes. They kind of reminded me a little bit of like military badges, ribbons. That's what it reminded me of. And I've got a new stamp set that I wanted to play with, which is great for masculine cards. It's the King's birthday long weekend there, is it, in Australia? Oh, are you doing anything to celebrate? So the stamp set I'm using is the Everyday Arches, which comes with the arch dies, but I really like these little images in here, more so than necessarily the sentiments. So I'm mixing and matching today. We're going to come in with the aeroplane. Now I tried this in monochromatic colours, which worked, but I just thought, oh, what would it look like if I put a pop of colour in it? And I think I preferred it with a pop of colour. So we're going with Old Olive aeroplanes, Cherry Cobbler, hot air balloon, and crushed curry, just little stars, just something to complete the look, because if you put things next to each other they can look like they're out of perspective. So just thought, oh, we'll just do some little stars, just for another pop of colour. It's been snowing in Australia, are you joking? Wow, that's a bit odd, isn't it? So as well as our stamping, we also need some cloud shapes, which I have used different stamp set for. I've used Little Dreamers dies because these have got the little characters in and the clouds. So I know there was another set with clouds and I couldn't remember what it was. Chris, what a nice surprise. Nice to see you. Oh, Kay got her free tote bag from Stampin' Up for your April sales. Congratulations on your April sales. So I'm just going to bring back the cutter and cut out some clouds. Just using up some random strips. So I went for 1 big and 2 little clouds. How is everybody today? I know I'm rushing in and rushing out again. Let me know how you are. Let me know what you're up to. Now, these clouds tend to get stuck in here. So it's got these little holes on either side, which helps to break the seal. Oh, it's an incentive target. How cool. Is it a nice tote bag? You have to send a picture. There goes one cloud. And I can't find my magnetic a tray, which is hiding somewhere, which would have been useful. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes, you'll have to show and tell, Vicky. Oh, it's strawberry slush colour. How nice. So I'm just going to use my scissors to pop these out. The trouble is I've gone and packed everything for church and I've had to unpack the bag because I've needed all the tools that I've packed. Tools and tape. So I'm going to pop out these clouds. So the clouds are done. And then we're also going to use the machine because we are going to use... Where she put it? Where has she put it? Right, let's get ourselves in order. Somewhat. Honestly, I was going to jump on here, do everything really quickly, and I've lost everything. I'm looking now for the embossing folder that I used. Do you think I can find it? No. Here it is, I found it. It's in some random place not near me. Okay, so this is an oldie but a goodie. I can't remember what it's called, but it leaves a nice texture of like a canvas, is the best way to describe it. So we take out all these plates and you just need the base plates and this embossing one here. Chris is going to walk the dogs on the beach soon. I don't know where the sun is. And you have it behind those clouds. It's very overcast here, and it's not going to rain today, but it's very overcast and sort of a bit gloomy. But to be honest with you, I don't mind it not being scorching hot, because that really gets to me when it's too hot. How are the doggies? Are they well? Okay, so we're set to go for this, and then the reason why I can knock this out is because I've made one already. So in case you're joining me late or you've not watched from the beginning and wondering what I'm doing or why I'm doing it. Now, interestingly, I had a comment on a video, an old video, which I was live, and it was probably about 30 to 40 minutes long, and somebody said how long the video was. I was like, I was teaching a technique, and two, I was thinking, do you realise how long it makes to make a card sometimes from scratch? I mean, this is me making a second one of what I've done already, so I know what I'm doing. But these things take time. Like, I was thinking, if you think that's a long video, wow, okay. Okay, so I'm using this. These scissors are a bit blunt, but I'm just going to use these. Baker's twine in this, I think it's Night of Navy colour. So baker's twine lasts for ages, so it's quite economic if you want to use baker's twine. Now, in my last one, I tied the bow first and then I stuck these down afterwards, but I think I'm going to stick these down first because it'd be easier. So we're just going to layer these. Just ignore what's on the back of the card. Just using up some scraps from another project. So the other random thing I did today, the head teacher at the school where my boys used to go put a plea out on Facebook saying, has anybody got a big teddy bear? I think they want to use it for their fair, like guess the name of the bear. And we've got a Facebook page, like a local Facebook page where you can give away stuff, swap or request things. And somebody was giving away a big pink monkey. And I said, oh, let me make inquiries. I might be able to get hold of something for you. So I took a screenshot and showed the head teacher. I said, is this, would this be suitable? So she said, yes. So I went this morning to pick up a big pink monkey. I know, the randomness of my life. So there you go. Right, we are tying a bow. So if you notice, I didn't wrap the thread all the way round. I just did the ends because that just saves you. Now, if I wrapped it all the way round, I'll be using up a lot more thread than I need to that you're not going to see. And I'm just leaning it on this silicone mat so it doesn't stick to the paper. So I've just stuck the ends down and bring the two ends across to tie up into a bow. Now usually I say bows for girls, knots for boys, but in this case it's so small, it's fine. I'm going to layer up these little clouds. It just needed something, so I've added these clouds into the mix. Just going to stick everything flat today. Sometimes I like to pop them up with dimensionals, but today we're going for some flat scenery. I hope the monkey is house trained. Well, I noticed it did have a hole that needed sewing, and so it could have leaked stuffing if we weren't careful, but no, it's fine. So I've mentioned it to the teacher to just say it needs a little sewing job on it, but I think it will be grand for what they need it for. Okay. Yes, and the hole was in a very precarious place as well. So let's move on swiftly. So that's the basis of the card. I'll just bring in the original to show you. Now, that's going to my father-in-law, this one's going to my dad. Now, they tend to like to reuse the cards, so what we've taken to doing is to put a post-it note inside and leave a message, and then after they've used it, they can reuse it. So I don't want to have the word dad on it because it's probably going to be reused. So I'm just going to have a quick look here to see if there's anything suitable. I could put love you, but then I don't think they're necessarily. Can't have hello friend. Best wishes is always, you know, that might be a bit too big for what I'm looking for. Let's get out this one as well, have a quick look. Thank you. I mean, I think, let's see if thank you would fit on. Because we're saying thank you for being my dad. So let's get out my little... So this die is from another set also, which is the Stylish Shapes dies. So that's 3 different die sets, but they all match because they all got that lovely stitching around the edge. So I think I could just about fit him on. Let's have a little... Oh, let me get out the skinny one. This is Kay's favourite one. This reminds me of Kay, this die. Yeah, that's much better. So we're going to do the skinny die because I want to chop one of the ends off so that the banner matches the existing dies that we've used. Hi Lisa, for you would be great. Yeah, for you would work. But we're just going to go with thank you today. How's Lisa today? Nice to see you. Now, where's my scrap of cards I've been using? Have I got any left somewhere? Where's he gone? Again, losing everything today. Found it. Right, hold on a minute, what am I doing? We're going to stamp on here. Yeah, for you it's quite a good sentiment, isn't it? It kind of covers all bases. And I hope you've held on to your A blocks. These have been super useful for this project. I think I've used my long ones. Excuse me. My voice is closing over. I've used all my long blocks for other projects. I'll just use one of these. Stick them in there. And this is Misty Moonlight. I'll be moonlight and dancing and love and romance. Right, so we need that one, paper and another top. So I'm going to chop this off at the end a little bit. Can you see? No, you can't. I'm just saying I'm going to chop it off at the end a little bit. Oh, there's a noisy bird outside. Push that through. So when is Father's Day in Australia? Is that, and America? Is that on the... Does it fall on the same day or is it completely different? So we've got the thank you there. Oh, didn't turn off the old notifications. See, that's already taken me 20 minutes. And that's, like I said, this is with the stuff already out and about. I'm going to quickly just chop off the end here. And we're going to... Oh, Aussie's Father's Day is in September. Interesting. Monica! What a lovely surprise. Ah, hi Sheila from New Zealand. So nice to see everybody. Thank you for popping on. Okay. I washed my hair this morning. I could feel like my hair tickling down the top. Okay, so, now the other thing I did was to add a couple of little rivets down there, but that's not going to fit on. But I think we might just leave it plain. Just kind of go clean and simple. How lovely to see everybody. I wish I could stay and chat, but like I said, I've got rushing to get things done. I just thought, I want to pop on to see people, say hello. And then we're just going to put a strip of glue there and work around the tape. So this is a great example of holding on to those dies that you love and know that you're going to use and that you're going to find useful. So like all those stitched dies just have come together really nicely. Right, yeah, I don't think I'm going to add rivets on that one. And here's the original. So I've got 2 cards for Father's Day and similar but ever so slightly different. So we're going to just... Where did I put that one? Oh, here it is. Okay, we got it. I'm going to cut some... I don't know what size this card is. See if we can cut some inserts. Right, we'll go like this. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, just kind of knocking it out a bit. I think with men you don't have to go too wild. You know, just something simple. And yeah, I really like the images in that stamp set, the aeroplane and the... I mean, I don't think that the sentiments are... I mean, know that you are loved. It's got thanks so very much, reach for the stars. You're a ray of sunshine. It's just not what I would say to my dad or my father-in-law, so we're not going to use those. And also it's showing you that you can mix and match. Don't feel that you're limited. I've used the images but used it with different dies. So did I cut this to the right proportion? Let's have a look. I think when you're going sort of heavy on the front with a bit of card, it's nice to have an insert inside as well, just to kind of, it helps with the weight of the card is what I'm trying to say. So just going to do a little corner matchy here. Sorry, I know it's jogging. It's because it's attached to my shelf. Right. I'm going to use... stick an aeroplane in the mix. Now we want the one facing inwards into the card. There we go. I've got to sneeze, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Right. Now, should we add a little hot air balloon in the mix? Why not? Bless me, thank you. Oh dear. Right, let's go up here and add a little bit more. That's quite nice. And then we can write the message in between. And then we're going to go for, I know that was a sneeze and a half, wasn't it, right? Going to go for hot air balloon. Just, you know, if you've got your stamps out, you might as well just completely. No, look how pretty that is, just for a nice little insert. And then let's see what we've got in terms of envelopes. So because I've not used much white, oh no I have actually, no, let's use white envelopes. I'm going to use some white envelopes. And we're going again with the sky form. Oh, thank you, Chris. Kay says she misses watching me craft. Oh, I know, I must try and pop on more often. Even when I'm designing my other bits and pieces, I must try and just pop on, because that's what when I'm crafting the most, to be honest, is when I'm designing for classes. And I feel bad that I'm rushing in and out, but it's just nice to pop on, keep the channel kind of going, even though I'm not here all the time. It's just nice, isn't it? Nice to pop on, say hello to friends that have been supporting me for all these years. You crazy lot. There we go. Bing bong bong. Okay, nice. Keep everything together. And then the joy of making a card is I tend to use it then for a class. Sorry, let's turn these notifications off. There we go. Yeah, I then can, knock this out and use it for a class another time. So there's a lot of die cutting, but anyway, I might use it for a home class rather than the class at church, or I might adapt it. Oh, you guys, thank you. I'm just generally not card making as much, just still not. Yeah, I'm tending to make when I need. It's nice to have new products to play with as well. That makes, helps with the old inspiration. So there we go, there's the outside and there's the inside, just to have a little cohesiveness. And we'll finish this one up as well. There we have it. 2 Father's Day cards are ready, and I'm going to leave the boys to sort out their card for Matt, because they're old enough to sort themselves out now, which is nice. Just going to move that mat out of the way, then you get a sense of what it looks like. So, there we go. Cards and matching envelopes. Hello, just coming off, Ruth. Oh, just quickly do a little Ruth and go, these are the colours we used today, but they've got to be in order. I've used cherry cobbler just for the little hot air balloon, crushed curry for the stars, old olive for the aeroplanes, and misty moonlight for the zhuzhi brushy. And we used quite a lot of dies. So the moons, the clouds from Little Dreamers, the banners from Nested Essential Dies, and the long banners from Stylish Shapes dies. Stamp sets we used are Everyday Arches for the main images. Better Behave Esther, Big Sister's on here now, I know. Right, back to being sensible. I used the Dad sentiment from Best Family Ever, and I used the Thank You from Simply Said. There we go. Right, I'm going to hop off and go and... What is the time? The time is 11:30, so I'm going to go get some more jobs done and then think about going to work. So that's good. Another job out of the way. I'm going to go and see what the washing's up to. I'm going to say goodbye. Hi. I'm going to try and risk the washing outside, and hopefully it will dry. Sorted. Yeah, it's got to get dry, that's the main thing. Lovely to see you all. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Chris and Lisa and Vicky and Kay and Ruth and Claire and anybody else joining this later. Watching this later on the replay. So take care, God bless, and thank you once again for your support and for joining me and for hopping on. Take care and see you again sometime. Just make sure you hit the subscription and the bell notification, and when I do pop on live, I'll be there. If you want to get notifications of going live, I'd send out a little quick WhatsApp, so you can message me on stampinstarcreations@gmail.com. Okay. Mwah! Big kisses. Bye. The exit button has disappeared. There it is. Bye.